everybody, welcome back to the arena. We've got, as discussed, we form Volta coming up against Rote Kapelle. And just to set the stakes before this match, the winner of this match and indeed the next one will lock themselves at worst top 3 in the tournament. If you win this match, you are third or better. So this is a big stakes match, and correspondingly, both teams have fielded their flagship. We've got the Volta flagship fielded by Annie Gardet in the Barguest, and on the other side we've got Lady Labia with the fantastic name in the Nightmare for Rote Kapelle.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Volta bringing it kind of a bog standard Nighthawk kiting comp, but I really like this Rote Capel team. We got a Gun Balgorn, we got a Nightmare, we got Oniroses, some Navy Augurs, some small stuff in the bottom side. Obviously, Volta going to be trying to kite, but the Balgorn. Balgorns make kiting kind of tough, but Volta immediately pulling back. Very, very intelligent, and Rote Capel smashing forward as fast as possible. They know that catching anything here is such a big deal. Andy's actually not moving that fast. So, all right, there we go. Good job. You didn't
Yeah,
get
and there's
caught.
going to be a lot of nuke pressure in this comp as well with the Balgorn, the utility eyes on the Nightmare, the Ogre Navies, and the Vexor. If they can get on top of something, the cap pressure is going to be very, very strong. Annie Gardet here, sort of falling behind a little bit. This Ogre Navy of Vorian is getting pretty close to him, but I think he's defensively scramming him off now.
I think there was some defensive scram. That's almost got caught though. Like if that had gotten caught, that was a huge thing. But this Vengeance might have Vengeance of Rodin actually is catching a Nighthawk. So maybe not some great screening. That being said, Rodin's taking a ton of damage right now. Rode trying to tackle something to get damage on as fast as possible, but Volta getting caught a little bit out here. Control Freak
Yeah,
is now scram webbed.
I think they might be trading this Vengeance here. This Vengeance of Rotan is going to go down, but the Ogre Navies are arriving on the scene. The Nighthawk Control Freak has been held down too long, and now the Ogre Navies have backed him up. He's scrammed down again. So they've lost the Vengeance, but they might be trading it for this lockdown on this Nighthawk here, who is now stuck. And obviously this is a kiting comp. The rest of his team can't come back to save him.
Well, and not only that, the Basilisk is actually a little bit out of range. So this Basilisk is going to have to pull in of Planet 6, and that might get him in range of this Balgorn. Like, this Balgorn is right on top of the Nighthawk, which means that, there's going to have to be some logi maneuvering here. That being said, Rory is getting destroyed in his Oneros.
Yeah, this Oneros has been caught by the Barguest. The Anigardet's right on top of him here. He's scrammed out in this Oneros, and he goes down rapidly. And they haven't even made that huge amount of progress on the Nighthawk yet. This Nighthawk's still about half shields, and of course, with the Basilisk still alive and these reps coming in now, obviously Reload, a fantastic Logi pilot, he knows where he needs to be in this match. And he's obviously pulled in a little bit to get these reps landing on Control Freak, and it's going to take quite a while. But meanwhile, they're losing damage. This Vexor of Cyclo is going to go down next as well, and obviously with no reps left, the Vexor not particularly tanky as a Tech 1 cruiser.
Yeah, I think Rote is making a really good call here, though, and they're switching damage onto this Basilisk, which has been tackled by Rima's Vengeance. And so, like you said, they're losing a lot, but they take this Basilisk down. I don't know. We'll see. We've seen some magic come out from Flag Nightmares so far today.
They are closing in on him. Yeah, they are switching to the Basilisk, but of course, everyone burning over here means they're actually leaving Control Freak alone. Control Freak is no longer scrammed, so he's going to be free to just, burn off and do his own thing again. And at this point in the match, Rote Capelle have only got 5 ships left on the field here. And it's going to be difficult to catch anything. Basilisk is going to go down to Planet 6. Reeler does finally die, but they've still got their full damage core left. The 2 Nighthawks, the Barguest, the 3 light missile Jackdaws.
Yeah, and Volta's been very, very smart. They saw as soon as that the tackle was off of all their ships, they starbursted away. So they're avoiding the mistake that so many other teams have made where they kind of just hang out and then get retackled. And at this point, Rote has to pretty much chase down a full kiting team with 4 ships. And the Navy Augur of Murray is dropping so fast. There's so much DPS out here, and he just goes down immediately.
Yeah, this is a very strong performance by Volta. I mean, I'll be honest, personally, I was rooting for Rote Capelle. I mean, they are, sort of the underdogs in this match. We've seen them many, many times in the tournament. They always turn out, they always do reasonably well, but I don't think they've ever, finished sort of top 4 level. So for them to be top 3 would be a huge achievement. But unfortunately, on this occasion, it looks like they are going to be headed down to the lower bracket. And Volta, of course, perennial top 4 finishers. They're not going to buck that trend this time. They are going to continue on in the winners bracket and finish at least top 3.
Yeah, most likely. I don't see this, I don't see anything changing here. Obviously, it is entirely possible that Volta does mess up and miss pilots and some of their ships get caught. I mean, we are seeing Control Freaks going down. Theronth actually got tackled as well with probably the Balgorn webs. So, you know, they're probably going to lose this other Nighthawk. You see Volta's actually being very smart, and they're trying to take this Balgorn down as fast as possible. I think this game still is there's still a chance. I'm not going to say it's a good one. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, Volta could still totally lose this. there's still a chance though. We'll see. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff happen with these flagships.
Yeah, this Balgon is unfortunately melting. If they had maybe, a couple more minutes of time here and they'd maybe managed to kill Control Freak when they got on him the first time, it might be possible here. Obviously, we don't know what's on this flag Nightmare until it explodes. But if they were, at this point, if they had killed the second Nighthawk by this point, they might have enough damage in that gun Balgorn and the flagship Nightmare maybe to win the match here. But unfortunately, it's not going to be. And Lady Labia is going to be the last casualty of this match. Rote Kapelle will go down to the lower bracket without their flagship. But yeah, I mean, satisfying performance from Volta, of course, for perfectly executing this kite comp that we've seen be, I mean, as they say on the desk, it's sort of fairly standard cookie cutter comp that we've seen a bunch of times, but doesn't seem particularly dominant. But yeah, Volta pulling it off very, very well, as usual.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to make too about the Nightmare. So Rote's not out. They are actually going to the lower bracket, but they're going without their flagship. So, it does kind of suck. Everybody else down there, I believe, still has their flagship right now, which means it is just going to be that much harder. But again, like you said, fantastic performance from Rote. I believe this still secures them at least a top 4 finish.
It's top 6.
Top 6? Okay,
but they will
that's
then
still
have to
pretty
beat.
dang
They will
good,
have
I'm
to
just
beat
saying.
Vidra to get top 4. Unfortunately.
Oh no, that's crazy. Oh no. Well, we'll see. They've been super fantastic this entire tournament. They are still in, and with that, we're going to go back to the studio.